Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Crafting Adventures with Amy. Today, I always forget to say it at the beginning. I'd like to welcome everyone that's coming back and welcome any new subscribers to my channel. Today I'm going to share one FO and a couple works in progress. So I shared this a few times. I was working on, it's knitting. And I've been knitting the Botanic shawl. It's a Stephen West pattern. Here's the main page. Show that without giving away any of the pattern. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. So I did finish it. I don't think I went quite as long as he did, but I did finish it. So here is my Botanic shawl. This is knitted, not crocheted, but here's how what it turned out like. Yeah, I really like it. I think it turned out really cool. It was fun to make. The yarn is really nice and soft. I bought this yarn when I was in Florida on vacation, October of last year. Now, for some reason, I don't have the ball bands here with me, but it was a couple hanks of this and then this yarn here. I know I've shown it before, and I think I talked about what the yarns were, but these two together, not knitted together, but you used one of them for 2 rows and the other one for 2 rows to make the pattern. So it was really a fun pattern to do. And now I know where the ball bands are. They're in my I do a pouch when I do a project, and this is one for knitting. So this one here is the label that was on it. I don't know if I want to try to pronounce that or anything, but that's the name of it. And I don't know that it has a color name. It just has some numbers on the back. So it was they're 100 gram balls, and I think this is the second one. I don't think it took too many. So this is the second one. And I don't even really see where it says exactly what it is. I'm sure it does. It is 75% Sherwool, strong quality, super wash, 25% polyamide. Okay, so the other 75% was virgin wool. So that's what's in that one. And then the pink one, which also was just 2 of them. Here's the ball of it. Kind of hard to see. I don't know. I have good light in here, but not really good light, I guess. But yeah, that's the ball of that yarn. And that was Emma's yarn. And it's called Very Berry. It's 80% SW merino, 20% SW superwash merino wool, and then 20% nylon. So here's that label called Very Berry. They were really easy to work with. It was a fun project to make. So, and again, here is the 2 colors together. Went together really well. And I bought it in Florida. When I went to Florida, I went to Sarasota. And I didn't buy this in Sarasota, but I bought it, in a nearby town. Me and one of the gals went for a trip. Okay, now I get the Mary Maxim Kit of the Month. And I get both crochet and knit. I don't always show them. I don't always do them. But for last month, for September, for some reason, it just really spoke to me. And so I wanted to work on them. Now, the knitting one, we got this pattern. It's the Huggable Blanket. Right here. And it's made with the Red Heart Fleece Hugs. It's a 4-weight yarn. And yeah. I'm really bad at this. I think about it all the time and I just don't get it done. I don't get stuff figured out ahead of time. The name on it is Peaceful Plum. You look at it there, it's got like a light gray and then not a bright white, but a white, and then a purple, and then it goes back to the gray, darker gray, and then a lighter gray. So it's a really beautiful color, and it's 100% polyester. It says that right on the front. That's what I was looking for. And this cake has 415 yards. Now we got 2 cakes with it. I want to work on it some more, but I didn't want to work on it anymore till after I showed the cake, you know, one of the cakes, because I have worked on a good portion of it. So here's what I've got done. Now this is 1 cake's worth, and the second cake will get added on. But it's the blanket. Yeah, it's kind of hard to hold up a knitted blanket. You don't want to pull it off of the knitting needles. But here's how the color goes. Yep, I showed it all. So I worked on that a lot. Now the knitting kit also came with another project, and it is a corner-to-corner Hug Me blanket. It's also knitting because it came in the knit kit. And this, I'm sure, is a pattern off of Yarnspirations, because it's a red heart. It says it's a red heart pattern. So you could probably look that pattern up if you wanted to make it. I'm going to make this one too after I get the other one done. And then this is the cake that came for that one. And again, it's the Red Heart Fleece Hugs blanket yarn. This one is called Dandelion. Now the purple one, this one here, my plan is to donate this one to Nancy, which she's got yarn too, for Boggy Creek, because I think it'll fall within the size, because it's the blankets are supposed to be 35 to 40. Well, this one runs like 38, and then 40 to 50 long, and this one should be about 46. So that should fall right into that category. Then I'm also working on their crochet pattern for September, and it's an asymmetrical wrap or scarf pattern. It's working up really fast. I take this quite often, stuff like this, when I go visit my cousin. He's disabled and I go visit him. I'll take this with me tomorrow because it's a smaller project and I have the pattern memorized. Now they gave you 3 of the cakes, and it is using the Queen Island collection Sunshine Coast cake yarn. It's a superwash merino and bamboo blend. It's a 3-weight, 70% wool, 30% bamboo fibers. It's a really nice yarn. I've never worked with it before. It's a roving style yarn. It's been really fun to use. I'm really enjoying it. And it's an easy enough pattern that I could memorize it. And I'm using my Clover 5. Get that in there. Well, it's my H. It's a 5.0 H hook. And I've got 2 of them on here so far. And it starts out small because it's asymmetrical. It's got a neat shell feature on the bottom of it. And then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. and bigger. And I only have one cake left, so it won't be much longer, and then that'll be done too. But again, I didn't want to start the third cake. I still have, you know, some of the second one left, but I didn't want to get into third one until I was able to show it on here. So yeah, that's kind of how it works up. It's a really easy pattern to remember. A fun crochet project to do, to take with you, work on in a vehicle, or while I'm driving when I go visit my cousins, so I can't work on it in the vehicle, but it's a nice project to take to work on when I go visit him. I think that's it for now. I have done a few other things. I'm always doing something, and I don't always do videos on what I'm doing. And I added on to, I do in-home daycare. I'm rambling. I do in-home daycare, and I had one family that asked me if I could make a car seat cover. So I did make that for them, and it's already gone. So, I mean, I can't show it to you, but I'm pretty sure I took a couple pictures of it. So I'll put them in at the end. And then I also had a car seat poncho. I really like the car seat ponchos. You buckle your baby right up in the car seat so the buckle's against their clothes. And then the poncho the hood part goes right over their head, and there's slots to put their arms in, and it's like a full blanket, so it keeps them warm as well. So this last week I added on a few rows to the bottom of the one I had just to make it longer. And that went out yesterday as well. So they bought that from me. So I worked on those two. I've been doing some tatting. I'm always working on something. I just don't always do a video on it. And I'm working on doing a different room, craft room, not all craft, but yarn room. This used to be our granddaughter's bedroom, and then we used it kind of as a grandkid playroom. And I have a big table in front of me now, like a dining room table, and then my yarn behind me. And it's a work in progress because it's still a hot mess, and there's still a lot more to do. Maybe when I get it done, I'll do a video on the setup if I like it. That TV's coming down out of that corner too. That's an old TV that doesn't work anymore. Yeah, so that's kind of what I've been working on. And with working full-time daycare and stuff, life is so busy, and the holidays are coming up and relicensing. So my life is getting pretty busy. So I don't get videos out very often. But now that I'm done rambling, I want to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy your craft, whatever craft it is. Bye-bye, everyone.